Hello everyone, my name's Sam Covell and I'm here representing BT. Just tell you a bit about my current role, which is actually a very new role. It became effective on Monday, and I think it illustrates how BT is realigning itself to actually get the best out of its supplier relationships. So the new role is heading up a centre of excellence for global sourcing, and there are key areas within that we're focusing on. One of them is around working with our internal customers to actually help develop and develop the opportunity to scope it out, which is something that we've been grappling with over the previous years. The other one is around procurement, which is obviously all around selecting the right partner. The third one is around ongoing transition management and supply management. And then the fourth one is developing our go-to-market opportunities with our chosen partners in this space. So let me just talk a bit about BT. I'm not sure how familiar you are with the company. It's a company which has a £20 billion turnover, and it operates in the telecoms and IT services space. It's a global company, and our global services division is responsible for 35% of that turnover and is expanding by 30% year on year. And I think the reason that that's really important is that we are a global organisation and we have customers everywhere, and therefore our requirement is to create a global delivery model. So I'm here to talk about the customer perspective on offshoring, and I shall be talking about three key drivers that I think are important. First is globalisation, second is infrastructure, and the third is business requirements. So the key for BT as a global organisation is to focus on bringing it all together across geographies to deliver a seamless end-to-end experience for our customers. On a more theoretical level, free trade zones, removal of tariffs, the lifting of foreign inward investment will create an environment which fosters globalisation. The BRIC economies, Brazil, India, China and Russia, along with the other emerging markets, are driving global supply and demand. New middle classes are hungry for consumer goods. At the same time, these countries are providing new labour pools in areas as diverse as manufacturing, customer service and R&D. In the long run, countries cannot benefit from isolationism. The global economies are too clearly interconnected and dependent. I think unless there is a fundamental change in the health of the world economy and current free trade plans, globalisation will continue, and so will offshore delivery. The second driver is around the infrastructure that supports globalisation, what we at BT have christened the digital network economy. A key dependency for successful globalisation is the ability to operate across the globe, seamlessly sharing information and data. This is networked IT, and we call this the digital network economy. The large amount of network bandwidth and the applications that can run across the bandwidth have facilitated globalisation. The digital network economy has given customers new channels by which to interact with companies, and these companies now have greater options on how and where they service the needs of their customers. You as members of NASCOM have greatly benefited from the digital network economy because it has enabled back-office business processes to be removed from the confines of geography. It has also enabled collaborative research to take place around the world where skill pools are available. The DNE is likely to develop at breakneck pace as countries improve and invest in their network infrastructure and new applications are created to run globally. All of the above supports the case for offshoring. And this brings us perhaps to my third and most crucial enabler, which is around the business requirement. Why do companies offshore? There are numerous reasons, but they include cost reduction, access to highly talented skill pools, improved levels of service and service delivery, and if outsourcing, a desire to focus on their core areas of expertise. Proof of business benefit is obviously key to this decision. As relationships mature, the customer is generally looking for additional requirements. And in BT's case, that's actually moving well beyond the simple wage arbitrage of earlier years. It's about the delivery of continual value improvement. It's about aligning to business requirements. It's about working in a shared and risk-reward environment where we win or fail together. And it's about offering a true global delivery opportunity. This has also coincided with the maturing of the service offering that's being offered. So we're now looking at shared services models with creation of factories that deliver expertise and process excellence. The new models of engagement are being developed, which looks at how suppliers actually interface with the client. We're moving more towards output-based pricing, which involves actually looking at the full end-to-end process and not just breaking out bits piecemeal. And in order to make that work, you have to have true alignment to the business objectives. There's also processes to drive innovation and process improvement. And of course, global delivery centres outside of India. Having met with a number of suppliers over the last few days, it's obvious that suppliers are rising to this challenge. This is particularly important when you're in an economy facing year-on-year wage inflation of between 15 to 18%. Value creation definitely needs to extend beyond wage arbitration. I think I just want to end with talking about alignment with the business. McKinsey's have recently been working with the Indian offshoring industry, and one of the conclusions in a recent report is that there is a substantial gap between client dissatisfaction and operational satisfaction in the areas of migration, transition, and ongoing contract management. And what I mean by that is that the operational people believe they have delivered what the client wants, but by far there is a bigger percentage of clients that are dissatisfied with what they have received in this area. And I think this illustrates the mismatch between what the client is expecting and what it is receiving. My belief on this is that I think clients are sometimes to blame. We don't always specify adequately. And we need you, the supplier, to push back on us and help us actually articulate clearly what it is that we require. Both parties need to be able to articulate expected outcomes and actually align their expectations around that. And together we need to develop better metrics to measure success. So to conclude, I think that the indicators are that offshoring will continue to be a key business tool in the future. However, it is dependent on achieving closer alignment with clients' business objectives. Thank you.